Hi Piano Explorers, it's Angela. April 1st, here is segment number 2 of our lesson today. First thing we'll do is look at our vocabulary cards and go through them, and these cards you saw last week, and then do some rhythms, and then I'm going to show you some new vocabulary cards to help you with today's new lesson. So here we go. This is a quarter note. It gets one beat. Clap 4 of them for me. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you are playing them on the piano, they sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. One sound for each beat. This is a half note. It receives 2 beats. You count 1, 2, 1, 2. So if you have 4 beats in a measure, you would count up to 4 and you would say 1, 2, 3, 4. And you would play on beat number 1 and beat number 3. Listen. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember to hold the note down if it looks like this. This one's colored in, this one is not. Here's the third note. This is a 3-beat note. It's 3 beats because it has a dot next to the note. Remember, the dot gets half the value of the note it comes after. So if this note gets 2 beats and I put a dot next to it, the dot gets half of the 2. So 2 plus 1 would give you 3. And I count 1, 2, 3. And I play it 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It's called a dotted half note. Next one, 4-beat note. This is a whole note. It gets 4 counts. I count 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, I would never use a whole note if I only had 3 beats in a group, because it would be 1 too many. So this one sounds 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a bar line. The bar line divides the music into equal measures. So if I have 4 beats in a measure, when I've drawn my 4 beats, I put a bar line and I can draw 4 more beats. This is the stop sign. The stop sign is found at the end of the music. This tells me that's it, music's over. If I see the 2 dots before the double bar line, then I repeat the music again. I do it twice. There are some pieces of music or some parts of music that a composer may want you to do it more than 1 time extra, so then they would write repeat 2 times or repeat 3 times. And here we have the time signatures. Remember, the time signatures tell us how to count each measure. 4/4 means there are 4 quarter note beats in every measure. So I count 1, 2, 3, 4. And when I play it, it sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have to make sure I count up to 4. This is 3/4 times. This is the time signature for 3 beats in a measure. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And I play it like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay? Here are our signs for dynamics. Dynamics are the signs that tell us how soft or loud we are supposed to play. P stands for the word piano, which means soft. Remember, the language of music is Italian. This is an F. An F stands for forte, and it means loud. So if you see an F above or underneath your notes, you're going to play those notes loud. MF stands for moderately loud. The words in Italian are mezzo forte. Did you know that the piano, when it was first invented in 1709, was called a forte piano because it was the first keyboard that could play different volumes of loud and soft. So they called it a forte piano. And then through history, time passed and they dropped the forte and they just called it a piano. So this is part of your new lesson today. You're going to be seeing lines, but we're not going to concentrate today on the G clef. We're going to concentrate on the F clef. So I'm going to put this down for a minute and we'll come back to this because I'd like to do some clapping with you first. Okay, you ready? So we're going to have 4 beats in a group. I'm going to clap and then you're going to clap after me. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Listen first. 1, 2, 3, 4. Your turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Second measure. 1, 2, 3, 4. Your turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Third measure. 1, 2, 3, 4. Your turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth measure. 1, 2, 3, 4. And your turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right? So now I'm going to do 2 measures at a time and see if you can remember that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Your turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The third and the fourth measure. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and your turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going to do all 4 measures. See if you can remember 4 measures. This is 16 beats. 4 times 4 is 16. So here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Your turn. Ready? Do your best. 1, 2, ready, begin. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so if you didn't get it right the first time, rewind the video and try the second time. All right, so now let's look at what we're going to be seeing today. So today we're going to be seeing steps going up and steps going down and notes that stay the same. So remember, you have your own portable little staff right here on your fingers. You have 5 fingers. So we're going to call those lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And in between your lines, you have 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So remember, the space between your fingers are called your spaces. And in music, we have what we call a staff. Music is written on 5 lines and 4 spaces. So when you look at your music, you have to see the difference between a note that is on a line and a note that is in a space. So remember, if you're a note on a line, you're a line note, and your line goes right through the circle of the note, right through the head of the note. So everybody make themselves into a line note. Now make yourself into a space note where you have a line under and a line on top, and everything inside is in the space. Okay? So when we draw music that has a note on a line and it goes up to the very next space, we've only moved up a step. And that means we're only moving up 1 key. We're not skipping anything. Listen. Listen again. Okay? Now I'm going to start here and I'm going to go down. So notice that this note and this note were in the same space. And now I go down. So now the notes go down. And the last one, the notes stay the same. So if the notes stay the same, I repeat the same note. Okay, so let's say what we see. A step up, a step down. The notes stay the same. Let's do the second line. A step down, a step up, and the notes stay the same. All right, let's look at the next page. So now you're going to see that I've drawn more notes. steps up or down. So which way is this going? Down, from here to here. From here to here, it's going up because it's going above the space. From here to here, it's going up, and then it's going down. So we say a step down, a step up, and a step down. Okay, let's try the next one. Step up, step down, step down. Okay? You're going to see in your new lesson today the bass clef, or we call it the F clef, and the 5 lines, which is the staff in music. So just like your hand, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we have 5 lines, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 4 spaces, 1, 2, 3, 4. And notice that we have 2 dots in spaces number 3 and 4. And if you look at that spot where the 2 dots are, that line that goes right through those 2 dots is called the F line. And that's line number 4. So remember, if I start on this F and I go down a space, I go backwards 1 letter in the alphabet. F, E. I don't skip anything. Then I go E, down to the next step to D. I don't skip anything. And D to C. All right? So you're going to see that on your work in your book today. Okay, now here's one more. So now remember that if I see this 4th line where the F is and I go up, I have to go forward in the alphabet. If I go down, I go backwards in the alphabet. But these lessons today are all steps. So I'm not skipping any alphabet letters, okay? Remember on the keyboard, up is to the right and down is to the left. And you're going forward in the alphabet when you go up, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and backwards when you go down, G, F, E. All right? So the next step, we're going to go to our segment number 3, and we're going to go over to the piano and see what you remember from last week. See you in a bit.